Welcome to my movie log. This is going to be the first one where I just talk about some movies that I've seen recently. And let's start it off. Here's a movie I watched recently, Argylle 2024. Let me tell you, it was meh. And not the good kind of meh. Matthew Vaughn is no stranger of over-the-top action films, directing Kingsman, The Golden Circle, and Kick-Ass. This movie fits right in, with Sam Rockwell playing a charismatic, capable goof of a secret agent battling with Bryce Dallas Howard across a variety of locations. And that was the plus for me in the movie. The action was enjoyable enough and had some good comedic timing. I mean, the ice skating on oil was a little more than over the top, but other than that, the fight scenes had taste of classic Matthew Vaughn-esque movies. Now, the weird CGI cat was not needed at all in this movie, and every time I would see that fake cat in the backpack, I couldn't help but ask why. But on top of that, the movie was way too long. I'd like the story aspect of calling back to the Argylle story, referencing the plot points or certain callbacks, but by the end, I think I had enough of the movie. I kind of was like, I get it, good reference, let's move on. I think the appeal of an action movie is that it doesn't overstay its welcome. You get these great action scenes and then we're out. But at over 2 hours long, this movie just kept going and felt longer than over 2 hours. But other than Sam Rockwell, no one really wowed me in his performance. But I didn't take this movie too seriously, and I was not expecting too much when I got into this, so I walked away with feeling meh about it. 5 out of 10. Here's a movie I watched recently, Monkey Man 2024. Wow. Let me just say, wow. I love movies that transport me to another part of the world, and I really felt that in this movie. Dev Patel knocks it out of the park with his directorial debut. I love the color. I love the sets. I love the action in this film. It's intense. Now, the idea of a man on a mission of revenge not letting any pain get in his way is nothing new, but the deep cultural grounding of this film breathes life into that story. I found the atmosphere and the characters so compelling in this narrative. Well, almost all the characters. I feel like the main love interesty kind of character could have been fleshed out a little bit more because her arc kind of felt left out of the story. Another issue that I have with this film is that I did feel visually nauseous at some points with how the camera was just focused in different ways. The film had a lot of close-up shots, which was used purposefully, but some of the shots took me out of the film because of how disorienting they were. But that aside, I really enjoyed this movie and thought it was a great debut for Dev Patel. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Here's a movie I watched recently, Damsel 2024. Not very good. I didn't expect much from this, but I enjoyed Millie Bobby Brown and Enola Holmes well enough, so I thought I'd give this movie a chance. But yeah, the dragon looks bad. I mean, everything kind of looked meh. Other than that, I thought the story was whatever. I mean, was it the worst movie ever? No. Doing a twist on the classic, damsel in distress could be interesting, but the look of the movie and the overall performance of Millie Bobby Brown left something to be desired. I mean, no offense to other countries, but this kind of felt like one of those Netflix movies that you stumble upon, you think it's going to be interesting, and it's just like, I don't know, some kind of low-budget foreign film that they dubbed over. It was very forgettable. And it's probably just going to be lost in the streaming ether. I give this one a 4 out of 10. Here's a movie I watched recently, Please Don't Destroy: The Treasure of Foggy Mountain 2023. If you're unaware, Please Don't Destroy is a comedy trio that makes digital shorts for Saturday Night Live. I don't watch SNL, but I'll catch the Please Don't Destroy videos on YouTube and really enjoy them. Their videos usually involve the celebrity hosting that week and are pretty self-deprecating. I love the videos and think they're hilarious. It could be that I relate to a certain awkward white guy persona, but most of their videos are hits to me. I even saw them live and laughed so hard at their bits and skits. So when it was announced that they were making a movie, I was excited. I wanted to see what they could do with a larger medium. Then I watched the trailer. Oh no, I thought. Sadly, oh no turned out to be right about the whole movie. It did not take long in this 1 hour and 32 miniature movie to realize that they missed the mark. The beauty of a Please Don't Destroy skit, really any skit for that matter, is they don't outlive the joke. The skit hits, its laughter beats, and then it's over. It doesn't need to keep going on and try to pad out time. For this movie, It seems that Please Don't Destroy had 7 to 10 skit ideas that they stitched together to make a movie. The overarching story makes sense, and the themes it attempts to deal with make sense, but it just falls flat. And it mostly falls flat because it's not that funny. These bits were the type of absurd that were more confusing than funny. My instant thought is the bear scene. It was so quick and looked so fake that it was just kind of underwhelming. I can only think that they had a very fake looking bear already and just decided to use it. Their performances weren't bad, don't get me wrong. I just think that they're sufficient actors enough. It just wasn't anything award winning. My biggest issue with this movie was kind of the pacing and the overall stitching of these skits together, and the fact that if a skit wasn't good, then we as an audience member are kind of stuck in this unfunny part for 10 minutes or so. I give it a 3 out of 10.